Sometimes you just want to know what's listening on your machine. This is security related because how are you going to identify what ports you need to have open or closed? How you want to maybe notice if there's something listening that shouldn't be, right? So there's a command, used to be netstat, now it's SS, socket status. What SS will do is it gives you a number of ways of showing what's listening on your system. And it's not just TCP, right? You can also look for Unix sockets. We're just going to run SS all by itself. And you notice it gives us a ton of output. It's not really filtered, but it's a start. But if you really want all the data, you can do an SS-A, and that will literally give you all the data. When I was prepping for the episode, I ran these through word count just to see how much more data, and it's roughly 3 times the data. If you're just not sure what you're looking for, just remember -A exists. Throw a -A on there, and it'll show you everything that is listening on your system. I'm going to give you a couple examples that are a little more common. Because a lot of these are full screen outputs. Let's change our format there on the screen. SS, we can do -TULN. What this does is it looks for TCP and UDP connections, shows me what's listening, because that's normally what I care about. The -N outputs numeric instead of service names and sometimes DNS names. Sometimes that would really slow down the output, which was really annoying. So the -N has become habit for me. See how in the example I've got here from the -A, it's got these names in here that it pulled out of Etsy services. When I do it with the -N, it shows me the port numbers instead of the names. So for me, that's actually more readable. If I did this same command without the -N, you'd see it'll give me service names from Etsy services. If I do it with the -N, it gives me port numbers. Port numbers give me a thing I can actually work with, which is why I like that better. So you can see we've got 22 listening. We've got, I don't know what the heck 323 is, but that's listening. We've got 9090. That's, of course, web console. And these upper end ports, the 15, 779, and 778s. What is 323? Why is that listening, right? Well, we can ask SS to tell us what process is listening on that port by adding a -P. And of course, the output's a little bit uglier, but we can find 323 here, and we'll see, oh, it's Crony. Crony's listening on 323. I'm not really sure why. Maybe there's a thing I want to firewall later, but we're going to talk about firewalls in a future section. You got any favorite SS commands there, Scott?
Like you, I like tulp, or tulp-n
Right.
is the numeric version, just because it
Right.
gives me all the stuffs.
All right. So there you go, SS.